Man, I have had this saw since 1998, and I got it on clearance. And went through Sears and got the missing parts because it was on a clearance table. And it's been a workhorse. I've done so many projects, but now 2 of the bearings are gone. The safety guard doesn't go up on its own. The bearing isn't there, it's wiped. The bearing to pull it down is gone, so sometimes you go to put it down, it won't. I've loved this saw, and I went online, and there's not only are the parts no longer available, there's no suitable substitutes. This was a $480 saw back then. I didn't pay that. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I wish I could just snap my fingers and make it all better. You know what I mean? Just like, holy cow! It worked! Yep, I did it. I decided I'm gonna live a little longer, and I can't live longer with no fingers from that old saw. So I bit the bullet. They had a coupon for $25 off. Was it 25? Yeah, $25 off. So I bought me a brand new saw. I did all the YouTube research, all the review research, and this is not the best saw in the world, but it's gonna be probably the best saw I ever had. I'm not gonna go through opening it and showing you each and every thing. But I will set it up and give you my 2 cents on it. It was $199, $25 off. Sliding compound miter, 10-inch saw, 15 amp motor, 4,500 RPM, blah, 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 boring statistics. And I just got a fairly boring combination blade separately. I think that was 20 bucks. I know it's gonna be less frustrating than my poor old saw, and I hope I can find a use for that in some capacity, but let me get this set up. I'll bring you back and we'll give it a test drive. Sound good? All right, we're all set up. I forgot to mention, not only did I get the saw, the blade, but it was free bucket day. Who doesn't have a dozen of these? But man, a neighbor's like, hey, do you got a, I give it away. So I got a bucket for somebody. So I did a quick setup, getting the blade in. It's not confusing, but you have to loosen this bolt right here. Come here, don't be shy. Boop. Okay, I had to loosen this, and I didn't loosen it enough. And that way that inner guard can go up, and then you can get to the blade bolt. Once I figured that out, we're golden. It has everything that every other miter saw has, so we're gonna, skip to the chase. It does all the tilts and the bends. Something that it has that I see already is an improve, and it's got your 30, 45 degree, I think 60 degree automatic stops. I'm gonna test it here in a minute and just make sure it's cut and square. A couple of things that mine didn't have. Come on over to the side. Ooh, don't look at that guy. Mine had a version of a depth stop, but this thing, man, flip it. It's got a lock nut, so get it where you want it, lock it, and boom, you're cutting dado slots, or what? Not dado. You're cutting depth. Let me see if I can. I don't want to bore you to death, but I'm probably already have done. It's got a lockdown, quick release, and the wings extend. There's two bolts to adjust them. I've checked everything and it's coming in good so far. I haven't, but I'm sure I'll have to adjust something before long. This is kind of cool. I was like, well, it has a stop. I'm like, well, with mine, I had to clamp something onto it, but this is only in one position. And then I realized that both of the they extend. So you can bring it out and you can bring it in, lock it down, and the same on the other side. That's just something I never had. So it's gonna be a nice feature in my little world. What else did I, it's got the lockdown. Like I said, everything is pretty self-explanatory and just like every other saw out there. The lock for the slide, which is good because I have to bring this out from under my bench up onto here. I don't want things sliding around. That's what I liked about my Craftsman, is everything locked in place when you were done playing tools for the day. Spindle lock, mine didn't have one. You can hear it's, I wouldn't say it's the smoothest sounding thing I ever heard, but it ain't bad. Now this, I don't know how this is gonna work, but it's got a built-in light. Can I show you this? I'm probably beating a dead horse because another guy on YouTube already showed this, but it's, instead of a laser, it's a shadow line. And it actually, you can see, I don't know if you can see that or not, I'm just holding the dang phone. But it'll show you the width of each of the kerfs on the blade. So you can really cut pretty accurate from the get-go just by using a light. His complaint, the one review I saw, he said it doesn't do so good outside, but neither does a laser. So, you know, whatever. So let's just make a cut with it, and then we'll check the cut. I'm gonna bring these wings in a little. The ease of adjustment has got me going so far. Is it gonna last the same? My other one lasted 27 years. It's not, but neither am I. Okay, let's make a cut. I got one good side on this. What did I do? It didn't go all the way back. Stop in the back that I did not adjust from the get-go, so it literally won't let it cut all the way back. My bad. It does come with this little cheesy Allen/Phillips, which is great for blade changes, and it stores conveniently in one of those little weigh tubes, and it seems to hold pretty good. If I was on a job site, I'd probably be a little more cautious of it. So let's try that again. Let's finish that cut that we started. Yeah. Okay. It cuts clean. Yeah, I'm so sorry. And I don't see any light through there. It looks like I'm holding it up here. You don't see it either. No light. It looks like a good 90. Let me grab another piece and I will entertain you a little more before I move on. What do I got? Oh, here it is. Now again, I have not had to do any adjustments yet. I will probably cut another dozen or so scraps before I attempt to use it on a project. But let's try the 45. Yeah, okay, now I see where that shadow, I didn't really pay much attention to it, but that light shadow is pretty cool if I was cutting up to a line, again, because you can align it to the outside of the tooth. My bad again. Okay, but 45. Let me get my measuring. She's a 45. That's I'm overlapping here, so hang on. Sorry. Probably not the best way to show it. You gotta just trust me on this, okay? It cut a 45 and it made it actually 45. I will be checking this saw. We talked about this a long time ago. Probably with each project until I feel comfortable that it can hold its settings. You know, I don't see any reason it shouldn't, but I'm just overly cautious at first. So I'm not gonna beat a dead horse again. That's it. That's the tutorial. If you have questions about it, I'm sure by the time this video gets out, I will have a lot more experience with it, and I can give you better. But again, so far, I think with the 25, it's $175. Well, $200 with the blade, we'll say. But it was a little less than that. I'm happy so far, and if I'm happy, then everybody can be happy. You got it? All right. And before I let you go, I wanted to give you a quick. So, what brought this up is I did a little project with a scrap piece of wood on my my old saw. I made this little planter. It's pretty small. It's like 6 by 7 by 4. It was just with whatever scrap I had and a loose fitting bottom that could be replaced. And I was sitting there trying to manually lift the blade guard on my old saw, and at the same time getting it to allow it to come down because that bearing was gone. Anyway, it was getting dangerous, and that's when I finally decided I was worth the money. Not it, I was worth it, dang it. Back to this is a quick video that I'm gonna drop sooner, so it's gonna be like a bonus video. But I just wanted to let you know I've got some really exciting projects coming up that I've already recorded, and they're just scheduled to go out. I don't want to bombard, every day or so. So they're just gonna schedule and come out when they come out. A lot of little tinkery stuff. I really appreciate y'all. The comments. If I wake up in the morning and I have a comment, I'm like a kid with a stocking full, my butt wiggles like my dog, and it's just cool to interact and to see people got something out of this. So let me know. Again, Harbor Freight is kind of that, you love it or you hate it, but I used to hate it. But little by little, they're winning me over with some of their products. And I could have they have a $350 saw. I think it's the Hercules line. I don't remember. But that's more than what I need at this stage in my life. So, and if you have a specific project you want me to do with this so we can put it through its tests, let me know that too. I'd gladly do something on demand. Why not? All these little scraps I've been piling in one of my other buckets over there, and on the 9th of March, I'm going to do a road trip that hopefully brings me all the way down through Washington, Oregon coast into California and then back. So I'll release another one of those travel vlog videos. That one kind of tanked with viewers, and I don't blame you. We're not here for that, are we? But maybe somebody else is, and they might enjoy it. Again, like I said, no format here. I'm just going to do things as they get into my head. Oh, and since I'm going to put this one ahead of the other ones, I did do a tool restoration. And I might do a couple more highlight ones because I'm going to do my first handsaw restoration. Handsaw. And I have a couple of shovels. I want to do one that clean it up when it comes out of the shed and put it back in service, and another one where take it to the next level and compare the two, since I have two similar shovels. So I have some stuff coming up that's going to be different. Hope you enjoyed this. I just glad to bring you along with me. So I'm going to go clean up and put this away. I've got other chores I got to get done today. So y'all have a good night. Thank you again, and we'll see you next Saturday, because I'm going to probably put this one out tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see you Saturday. Bye now.